Well, all right. Let's learn how to do some weathering with black oil paint and mineral spirits. You can have my Star Wars thing here, the X-Wing. I've done the top of it. I need to do the bottom now, but you can see what that oil paint does. It leaves that grimy kind of weathered look in there, but it adds so much to a model kit. It's like the only thing that I did. And, when it was new, it looked like this. So all I do for that is I get myself a little baby jar, have a little snack, and I put a clear marble in there so I can shake it up and stir it if I need it. But I put an amount of turpentine or mineral spirits. Here's the turpentine. I think this is mineral spirits. I want to try the difference, try the mineral spirits versus turpentine. It's supposed to be the same thing, but hey, we'll see. So far, none of it has ever melted any plastic or rubber that I've used, but I put an amount in there, and then this is the oil paint that I use, and this tube is enough that it will last me the rest of my life. But it's just a cheap student grade black oil paint. Looks like toothpaste in there. I don't, and the mix is, it's not precise. I just put maybe a tablespoon, or maybe somewhere between a tablespoon and a teaspoon, in about that much turpentine, and stirred it with a popsicle stick until it was like an ink, until it was like a even a little thinner than milk. And you'll see what this does. But it doesn't smell too terribly bad. I don't think this is something that you would need ridiculous ventilation for, but I have a cheap brush handy here. A chip brush I think could be a little better. This is a little floppy. I want something a little stiffer, but that's all I could find. And then paper towel. Credits gotta go out to Adam Savage with his YouTube channel Tested, because he's who taught me this. I guess I watched his video, and it works wonderfully. So I don't know if you can see that in there. It's dark, but all right. Drippy brush, right? And yeah, I can get a little bit off. Oh, hey, it's gonna splatter. Not terribly toxic for your fingers, but hey, maybe just wash your hands when you're done. And you can see what I'm doing. You can make a mess with it. The oil paint is very, very forgiving. That's my favorite part about this, is like you really kind of can't do it wrong. If you're careful about it, if you have enough time, you could quite literally lift all of this off before it dries. So let's go there. Some people say to let it sit for a couple of minutes. I don't think that's necessary. I have plastic down to keep my desk clean, and I'm hoping I don't get any on my shirt. But here we go, and you can see how completely this wipes off. I mean, really in one go. So I mean, like, look at that, for panel lining Gundams. Honestly, I don't think this would work well for Gundam models, because the scale would be kind of wrong on that a little bit. And, Gundams aren't known for being really grimy. I mean, there are some of those modelers that like to destroy them, but does work well for Star Wars. That's a dirty universe. Leaky oil and all of that stuff. I also use the dirty cloth to get those blaster tips that I didn't get the first time around. You don't even really need to do anything to that. Any drips I'd want to take care of if it did decide to go in someplace funny, but hey, that's like it, right? I'm very happy with that. If I need to get inside there, I'll probably just get a... oh, you know what I'm going to have to do in here? I have to get inside there. I might have to take it apart. Don't know that I can get in there. Let's see what happens. Dip. Oh, golly, I hope I can get that out. Oh, I see some black in there that I'm going to have to lift out. But oil paint takes forever to dry, quite literally days, and so you have a lot of time. The turpentine or the mineral spirits is gonna make this dry significantly faster. But even significantly faster is like half a day. And so you have a lot of time to get in there and clean up little boo-boos and look for drips and make sure that things aren't happening, that you're getting it where you want it, and that you're, oh man, I don't even have to brush that on. I can just use the wet paper towel to, and then there's those panel lines showing up. So, quite cool. I'll keep tweaking that, making sure I get underneath those engines. But yeah, that looks, I took a $6 model kit from the clearance aisle of Myers and made something kind of cool out of it. I'm happy with that. I'll get the rest of that later because I want to do these tires. But hey, that's it. The brush you have to clean out with turpentine mineral spirits. I've got a giant jar of clean stuff, and I dab it and get as much off on a paper towel, dab it again until you can see the color of the paintbrush again and no other black stuff is creeping out of it. Yeah, that's it. That's really it. And then you just let that sit for a while. I haven't had it rub off after it's dried. Like the stuff that I did weeks ago just won't come off. I'm even scratching it. I haven't clear coated this at all, but I'd probably put a matte clear coat on that eventually. But really, this is just this scratch built. I didn't touch this with a drop of paint outside of the black oil paint. So that was really nice. A little snap together model kit that worked out well. I've got some of the Ecto 1 model things that I'm doing, and I'm going to do the oil paint wash on that. But you saw the Star Wars. You can tune out if you like. I'm just going to keep filming this part though. That hubcap out of there, so you can see what that does. These are Firestone tires, but I can't see that, so I'm going to make sure that we can see those Firestone white walls. Somebody watching this not knowing the process is like, what are you doing? They're supposed to be white wall tires. And I'll let that get in there. And you can even, I mean, it's a black tire, but you can still see the difference between the oil paint grime and the black tire. There we go. So set that there, get that off my finger. I'll have to wash my hands later. I want to see what happens with these hubcaps. I didn't do the hubcaps in this process, but we'll see what happens. New paper towel. And you could, like I said, you could really just about take this back to perfectly clean if you, keep folding up the paper towel and getting a different side of it. But I want just enough on there that we can read the Firestone. That's a lot clearer. And I don't think you're going to see any of this under the hubcap once the model's assembled, but I'll know it's there. So I'm going to make sure I get all that. There we go. I don't need to do the inside. I'm just going to rub it just in case somebody peeks under there so it doesn't look brand new. I'll set that there. I just put my arm on that jar. Lovely. New paper towel. I mean, this is like magic to me. I cannot believe how well this works. Adam Savage also uses burnt umber, raw umber, burnt sienna, those browny colors that are available in oil paints. Sometimes he just kind of mixes them on the fly as he needs them. I have some of those colors somewhere. I think I should explore that for other weathering. the bottom of this Ecto 1 car. I want it to look rusty and like there's dirt caked in there, and I don't know if those oil colors will do that or if I'll need one of those Tamiya weathering powder stuff. There we go. Oh god, it looks so much better. And then just a little bit in there for the sake of it. Cool. Like that. Oh, and then this part. I got a lot more work to do on this. I did the rust technique with this. Just a sponge and brown paint everywhere wherever I wanted it, and then the brighter orange paint just in a few places for highlights. But let's see what this does. I'm mostly interested in what's that called? Differential? I think that's the differential. Oh yeah, I can already see what I wanted. I just want it in the nooks and crannies. Maybe make it look like it's leaking a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna want it in here too. Turpentine is just a solvent, right? Like it dissolves the oils, breaks them up so that you can actually get the paint out of the brush. You do crazy things with that, but for anything that I have rubbed it on, a paint enamel, spray enamel, acrylic, lacquer, clear lacquer, I've not had it like destroy the layer underneath. At least not mineral spirits. That's one of the reasons I'm interested in trying the turpentine, because I don't know what it'll do, but I don't think it should. I'd be surprised if it did react with the paint. I mean, that's a big concern. The guys in the model car groups always talk about, like, you can't put this on top of that, you can't do... I've not had that problem. I've not had any problems. I mean, very occasionally I'll get a spray paint that's not compatible with something, and like I've run myself out of places I can touch this. Oh golly, I like that little shadow that it gives it in there. I gotta find a safe place to touch it. With the exception of some spray paints that like puddle on top of other layers, I've really not had incompatibility problems with my media. Alright, I am definitely going to want to take that shine off it with a matte spray. I didn't put as much effort into the top of this piece because no one's going to see that, not even me. You know, I expect I will want to roll my car upside down and show, look at all this weathering I did on the bottom, because it's going to be cool. Oh. Yeah, this was solid black when I started. It was a flat black from the factory. So I'm very happy. That was a neat thing that I also figured out. I'll send you a picture, or I'll post a link or something, whatever that works. I found this hammered metal Rust-Oleum paint and primer in one, and that's what I base coated this stuff with, and it has that pebbly texture, so it looks perfect for like pitted old rotten cast iron underneath the car. Oh, I can see it lifting the paint. That's the first I've seen ever. So it might not like this hammered paint, but I actually kind of like the way that looks, so I'm just going to stop rubbing it, and we'll clear coat it later. I'll let that paint do what it's going to do. Very cool. You know, that's funny, just as I'm talking about it. And then the last thing, I don't know if this is going to work at all, but I kind of want to know if this is worth doing. Yeah, see that this is puddling. This isn't. Oh my. This is puddling because that chrome is. Oh my gosh. I think that is significantly more interesting and chrome-like than this. This looks like vacuum metal formed plastic like it is, but that looks great. I don't even know how much of that I want to take off. Happy accident there. All right. That was exactly what I wanted to see. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna. I like it too much. I gotta stop. How's that look compared? Yep. That's getting done to all four. Well, if you're still watching, thanks for hanging out. All right, yeah, I gotta go pop those hubcaps off. The front two tires are already attached to the Ecto 1, sitting on a desk over there. Mm-hmm. Done. So, well, thank you. Now you know how to use oil paint and turpentine. I'm going to cap that. Putting it in a glass bottle is important. That's why I do baby jars. And I have a bunch of them. I have hundreds and hundreds. I keep asking for them because I like to mix noxious chemicals and put them in there. So yeah, that's just mineral spirits, oil paint, mix it till it's about an ink, and then get a ratty brush and go to town with a paper towel or a rag. It is flammable, those paper towels and things, flammable. So you want to throw those away responsibly. But there you go. Have a good afternoon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.